Oh, hey people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm at my own private compound mountain bike slopestyle facility really close to my house. I moved even closer here last year, so it's now in riding distance, but I still bring the stable lease wagon. I have to drive it, I'm lazy like that, but that's not what today's about. Today is about productivity. So for those of you who don't know, this is where I train in the summer, also in the winter, but I've been particularly scarce and flaky with riding here the last few months. I haven't even been here this year. I know it's only 2 weeks in, but I drive past it and I'm invested in it and I want to ride here. So that's what today's about. I'm going to prepare the jumps, make it epic, talk to you about what my plans are for the compound, because I've got a lot of plans, and this year's going to be a crazy year. I want to achieve a lot. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have, but I'm just going to do a run through. We've got a 22-foot high drop off there, and you start, the handrail's like 30 foot in the air. So built that with a few mates, full scaffolding job. It's 10.5 foot down, 10.5 foot out drop, only flat. I did build a step down on it once, it was stupid. I went straight up in the air, landed flat, it didn't work, it was dumb. So flat drop, good for training, good for comps. There's that in every slopestyle event, which is sick. I've also got the nursery slope here, which is a pointlessly steep rolling. I built the jump first with this big pallet cage. And once the landing was there, I realised I didn't actually have enough room to build a roll in, build a bomb hole, so it backed right up against the trees. It's so steep that it's uncomfortable to ride, but I can produce tricks on it and it is fun and it's nice to warm up when it's windy, etc. Moving on, big kicker. This is like my favourite jump in the entire world, where I've learnt the majority of my tricks. I'll often, at Corby Skate Park, I ride in the foam pit and learn tricks. But rather than going then to the resi ramp, which most people do, I'd actually rather come here. Like, I feel so safe on this jump, even though it's big. The kicker's 8 foot high, the gap's about 24 foot, the landing's massive. Because I haven't been here, the wind's been gnarly, so I need to fold that AstroTurf back on to like repair the landing and stuff. But I'm really happy, like I haven't been here in ages, it's looking good. Like this drop landings, usually it's super overgrown, but I'm guessing because it's been freezing, it's been winter, all the weeds have died and we're winning. Like that's a massive task to de-weed that. So result, that drop's ready to go. I haven't actually been up there. The ply could have blown away in the wind and it could be Armageddon, but we'll look at that later. Right now I'm focusing on this jump because when I come in here, when I pulled in a minute ago in the van, I just thought like, this is my favourite jump. How have I not been riding here? How have I been dodging riding here? So the kicker looks sweet. I might, just for like safety reasons, put a second layer of plywood on it, because once I came here and my mate Dan, we were riding, the kicker felt soft, like the ply wasn't that strong, it was rotten, and he said to me, well, I'm gonna do a backflip, which for him, he's happy doing flips. His front wheel went actually through the plywood, like straight through it, and as he was pulling back for a backflip, it completely made him do a front flip, which obviously off the bike, he died, but I don't want that to happen to me. Like Dan's tested the water with that scenario, it's not a good one, it doesn't end well. So for me, another layer of ply and that's gonna last a year. So this looks good. The kickers are like properly staked into the floor. I've hammered big stakes about 6 foot into the ground and drilled into the kicker. So like these couldn't be more solid. It's always weird when you ride a jump and there's a bit of movement. Some people don't go the full 9 yards with making stuff solid. I like it like that. So this jump is honestly the best, and hence why I've been going on about it now for 2 minutes. Scott, do you reckon you can run up there?
Yeah, of course,
Right,
let's do it.
meet me up there, you ready?
Yeah. Traction control's barely on there.
Yeah, that was like a gazelle running from a cheetah. I've got to put it in 4 low, man, and get the diff going. Right, the kicker looks quite. I think I rebuilt that kicker at the end of last year, and it's bigger gap than before. And now I'm standing. You can tell it's been a while standing here. This jump looks big, which is exciting. So, plans for this landing. It's built out of clay with about 3 foot of sand on top, which I have to buy from a quarry. With all the rain, all the snow, all the ghastly conditions and elements, the sand does wash down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tonight phone the quarry and order another 10 tons of sand, which sounds like so much, but actually when you spread it on this landing, it will probably only make it about a foot higher. So I'm going to make this landing bigger, get more of a step up out of the jump, and that means like way bigger tricks. When you've got a step up that's soft, you can go big. And then obviously this carpet needs to be addressed, but pretty stoked with how it's looking. This is a few hours work, and when the wind dies down, we've got a session. Let's move on. Got to run down here.
Oh my days.
Engine brake. Boner log looks solid. That's not made out of plywood, so it actually lasts real good. Last kicker. Last time I was here, it was like just the end of year, and there was a hornet's nest in this landing. Then they were kind of hibernating. They're probably still in there now, buzzing away. But another 8-foot kicker. This one's steeper, so like this is the dream for double backflips. Anything with a backflip in, because the kicker's steep. You don't even have to worry about the flip, which is sick. One thing I'm really keen to get going for this summer and like moving into this year is this quarter pipe. It's probably been like in 6 months since I had a good quarter pipe session here. And I can go to a skate park and session quarters and banks, but this one's massive. It's 9.5 foot quarter. You can hardly see it, it's that overgrown, but you can go left and you can go right. And I got really close to landing a 900 a couple of years ago, and I want to do that again on that. Put it in a whole run, it would be cool. So the vert wall got replied not long ago, so that looks solid. I'm stoked about that. That's the hardest thing to maintain. When you have to do a full skin apply up there, that's a massive task. So looks solid. However, I'm not riding for WD-40 anymore, so that logo is going to come off and be replaced with something quite sick, like a full artwork. But we'll talk about that in future videos because that's really exciting. As far as the mulch landing goes, that is so ready to ride. You have to like churn it up a bit and turn it over mulch to get like a bit of fresh softness. And that is so ready to ride. So like to conclude the little walkthrough and the little tour of the compound, I thought things were going to be looking a lot worse than they are, but it's close to being perfect and just how I like it. Obviously a bit more sunshine would be dreamy, but there we are, you can't have it all. I'm going to order sand tonight and make that landing bigger because I really like the idea of having more of a step up. I've ridden a few step ups lately on my enduro bike, and it just reminded me of how safe they are for learning tricks and stuff. So more sand, but generally it's a shame it's so windy today, but I can't wait to kind of spruce everything up, get this mulch fluffed up, get that quarter pipe ready to go, and just unlock a whole year, a whole season, a whole realm of epicness and massive tricks, and having people to ride with me, because I can't really ride here on my own. I'm not into it, it's not sick. When I've got a filmer it's better, but having mates who are stoked to ride is the main thing. And if I can take a photo of some fresh, primed compound activity and people will come flocking, then I'm winning. So I'm keen to invest some time, invest some money, invest some effort into making this place just as sick as it was last year. And then future plans moving forward, there's that big grass space in the middle, and it would be the dream to have a set of proper trails, flowy hips, berms here. I'll show you where I mean. Because I'm a slopestyle rider, I need to learn effectively like the best tricks in the world, need to be on par with the best guys in the world. But it's quite hard to come to a riding venue, like to come here, drop straight in and go into doing front flip no-handers and 720 no-handers. It's better when you've just got you've got that sort of trails vibe and something fun and flowy to ride. That is so important for me. So if I could put some trails up in the middle here, so that on a cold day or a day when you're not feeling like really pushing yourself, you can just have an ultimate flowy session. Ben Grist, everybody. He's come to inspect what's going on. He's thinking about riding. It is windy. Okay, so in that grass area over there, that's like a nice low point, and I've obviously got the rolling tower at that end, but also this little start ramp for a flat drop. So my thoughts are, and I really like it when people comment because people see things in a different way, so tell me if you've got better ideas. But I'm thinking of rolling off the back of that, going that way. You're going to get a good amount, like 15 foot of drop, loads of speed, build some trails going that direction, then up against that hedgerow at the other side, turn around and start coming back, and you could almost make it go full circle, I think, which I have seen on some trail videos. So that's in the pipeline. It's a thought process. I'd really want to do it, because if I had trails here to do whips, tables, just relax, like flowy stuff, and big jumps and mad tricks, like that is the full package. You can't get bored. If you say you're not into doing that, you do this. If you say you're not into this, you do that. So my thinking is that's what this place is missing and what it needs. And if I'm going to have sessions and want more people to come and get involved, maybe that's going to be a big appeal, a big draw. I've just got to spend a bit of time doing it and achieving it, but there we are. That's the life, that's the game. So that's my kind of future plans for the compound, and even imminently, like the next few days, the next few weeks, I'm going to get it looking tip top and have massive sessions. today's video was about coming here, checking it out, what my plans were, all of that. Yeah! Alright! Good old boy. I gotta lock up. So, I was gonna talk today about what my plans were. But I was kind of like I was just too excited to see this place looking better. I was going to order 10 tons of sand, I'm still going to do that, but we've whipped all the carpet off. Scotty behind the camera, take full credit, you've helped massively. Ben Grist has been hard on the graft. Have a look now. So, whipped all the carpet off, we've made the landing wider, we've made the bomb hole wider. You could land a plane in here, and like several different types of airborne vessels you could land in this landing, like 100%. Typhoon fighters, that would come
AC-130, that's a big boy.
Easy, you'd set down. And then obviously you've got Osprey gunships that have got vertical takeoff and landing. What's the harm in here? So we've widened it. Basically, for bicycles, it's really appropriate now. We've got the width, we've got the distance, we've got the wide, we've got the length. We've got all the factors. We've got not the fresh sand, but actually when I dug under the carpets where it had been keeping the rain off, we had dry sand. It's looking good, things are going well. It is windy, there's no riding. But I just thought I'd explain to you guys that I did stay. I do have a bit of work ethic in me. I do commit. Scott helps. Scott's in a t-shirt. He's been really working hard. That's a sign of graft when someone's in a t-shirt in these conditions. It wasn't really worth doing this part of the video. I don't know what I've achieved, but just saying, things are looking good. So you can expect a riding edit even sooner than originally planned. What do you reckon, Gristy? Yeah, he loves it. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Even though I don't know if the sound quality is going to be off with the wind, I don't know if you like this sort of thing. I love it. This is for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please comment and give me some trick ideas for here, because the sessions are imminent. I'm going to be going hammer time. I love these jumps. It's where I feel most safe doing tricks. So I'm genuinely serious. I want to see some trick ideas from you guys. I want to try them. And I hope you enjoyed it. So if you want to subscribe, please click on the link right here. You're all absolute legends. I've said it before, I'm telling you it again. Thanks for watching my channel. See you in more future videos to come. Legends.